In other news, despite being hailed as one of the most moral armies on earth, Israel's military is often a subject of intense criticism. Lieutenant Jessica Moeketzi is a great example of women empowerment in the IDF, and today she is a deputy commander in a combat unit. She's joining us now. Lieutenant Jessica Moeketzi, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So how hard was the decision to join the IDF and to join a combat unit?
I feel like joining the Army wasn't an issue. It wasn't really a decision to be made. I knew I would join the Army. I wasn't very pleased with the job given to me as a military border defense soldier. But as soon as I gave it a try, and I'm glad I did, I understood that it is a meaningful job, something that I didn't think it was in the beginning. But now I do understand how meaningful it is and how much empowerment it gave me as a commander in general, so I'm glad I did.
And how the guys, soldiers, are dealing with you being a woman commander in a combat unit?
My battalion is co-ed, meaning I have male soldiers and female soldiers, equal in number. There has been times where male soldiers question my authority, but I feel like it's best for them and best for me to know how to cope in these situations. They always turned out properly. Meaning they do understand that there is someone in charge and she is a female and there's nothing wrong about that. I feel like gender isn't an issue anymore in the Army.
Yeah, yeah. As an ex-combat soldier, I can also say that. And the IDF was actually the first army in the world to integrate women. We have women in the Army since 1995. How important is it to have women in those positions?
Very important. I feel like, just like I said, gender isn't an issue anymore and I'm glad it isn't. It's just given male and female the equal opportunity and letting them both show their experiences and all that they can give to the system. I feel like just as much as men bring to the table, women bring the same amount of qualities and showing how sharp they are even if they're women.
Without a doubt. And I have to ask you, because your mother is in Canada with your brothers, how are they facing you being in such conflict zones?
I feel like just like any father or mother in Israel and in the States or wherever, not living in Israel, you can tell that if things are a little bit shaky in the country, then everyone's a little bit more tense. They are very proud of me. Doing the job I love, being in command, being a commander, and reaching and achieving all my goals. I feel like every mother would want her little baby to be in her nest, but she's very proud.
And you're planning to continue staying in the Army for many years, to stay in Israel after your Army service?
I feel like it doesn't matter. I don't know where I'm going for now. I do have a year in the Army left for me. But I feel like it doesn't matter if I'm in the Army or not. Israel will always have a place in my heart. Even if I finish the Army, if I stay in the Army. I was born here and a proud Israeli, and I feel like every day living here and forever Israel will always be a little place in my heart.
Amazing, and amazing for everything that you're doing. Can you take us a little bit about your day-to-day routine, what you're doing, if you're handling any complicated situation?
Just like I said, I feel like it really depends on the tension we deal with outside, like in all of Israel, not just in the Army or in the borders. Our jobs are border patrol, police men that stand in borders in all of Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria, meaning we're standing 24 hours, shifts that run in between 8 hours and 12 hours, that stand there and check vehicles, check people that come with bicycles or vehicles, or even by foot.
Trying to enter in Israel.
And try to enter in Israel. Some of them do have permission, some of them don't. We are there to make sure that if they do come in Israel, they come, I guess you could call it clean, nothing on them, nothing in their vehicles or on them physically that shouldn't be allowed to enter the country. It can be little things like fake IDs or bigger things like.
And at the end of the day, I think it's important for the people back home to understand that it's a matter of life or death. I mean, you're supposed to guard the people of Israel.
It is. Anything that passes our borders can easily be 15 minutes away from Jerusalem, 15 minutes away from Kfar Saba, Rosh Ha'ain, all of the heart of Israel. Tel Aviv is 20 minutes from one of our borders. It is very important, and I feel like the soldiers understand as soon as they catch something that they know that's not allowed to go to enter the country, then they feel like our job is meaningful. And if I wasn't there.
And it is meaningful, and it's so meaningful. You also got a special award from the president, right? Tell us about that.
I did. I received an Excellence Award from President Herzog in his residence. It was the last Yom Ha'atzmaut. Me and another 119 soldiers that are picked from the army. It was very, very meaningful for me, for my family, obviously, especially for the family back home. I'm very proud and happy that I got an award for my work.
Amazing. You're such an inspiration, and thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for your service.
Thanks so much.
Lieutenant Jessica Moeketzi, thank you so much.
Hi everyone, it's Emmanuel Kadosh. I wanted to invite you all to subscribe to ILTV Plus, where you can find our daily news and updates about Israel. And not only that, but live feeds, entertainment, our kosher food show, and so much more. Needless to say, your subscription to ILTV Plus helps us grow and create more content while also supporting the state of Israel. Our app is available on all platforms and devices, so I'll see you guys there.